The power of a positive mindset. Ion had always been a dreamer. Ever since he was a child, he believed that life had great things in store for him. Growing up in a small town, he had watched his parents struggle to make ends meet, yet they always carried a positive outlook on life. His father, a simple shopkeeper, would often say, "Son, a happy mind brings a happy life." His mother, a school teacher, taught him that challenges were just opportunities in disguise. With these teachings in his heart, Ion moved to a bustling city in search of a promising career. The transition was overwhelming. The towering skyscrapers, the endless traffic, and the constant rush of life made him feel like a tiny fish in a vast ocean. However, he was determined. He polished his resume, applied to numerous jobs, and attended every interview with enthusiasm. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but success remained elusive. Every rejection email felt like a dagger to his confidence. He questioned his abilities, doubted his choices, and started wondering if he had made a mistake by leaving his hometown. One evening, after another failed interview, Ion sat alone on a park bench, lost in thought. He watched as an elderly man scattered grains on the ground, feeding a flock of pigeons. Despite the birds flying away every time someone passed by, the man continued to feed them, undeterred. Curious, Ion approached him and said, "Sir, you keep feeding the pigeons, but they fly away again and again. Doesn't it bother you?" The man smiled and replied, "Life is like these pigeons, young man. Sometimes things don't go as planned, but that doesn't mean we stop trying. I feed them because I enjoy the process, not because I expect them to stay." Ion was struck by the wisdom in those simple words. He realized that he had been focusing too much on outcomes rather than the journey itself. He had let failures cloud his perspective instead of embracing them as part of his growth. Determined to change his approach, he started each day with gratitude. Instead of lamenting his failures, he began reflecting on what he had learned from each rejection. He worked on improving his skills, sought feedback from interviewers, and even started networking with professionals in his field. One day, he came across a job posting for a prestigious company. It was a position that required experience beyond what he had, but instead of doubting himself, he applied with confidence. He wrote a heartfelt cover letter, expressing his eagerness to learn and his passion for the field. To his surprise, he was called for an interview. Unlike previous times, he entered the room with a newfound sense of calm. He answered questions with confidence, spoke about his failures as learning experiences, and demonstrated his willingness to grow. A few days later, he received a call. He had been offered the job. Overwhelmed with joy, he realized that the only thing that had truly changed was his mindset. By choosing positivity, he had transformed his challenges into stepping stones. Years later, as a successful professional, Ion often found himself mentoring young job seekers. Whenever he saw someone struggling, he would share the lesson he had learned from the old man in the park. Life is about showing up with a positive mindset, even when things don't go as planned. Success isn't just about reaching a goal. It's about embracing the journey. And with that belief, Ion continued to live a life filled with hope, resilience, and boundless possibilities.